Hello, dear students, and welcome to this video in which we're going to talk about our uh, play or our story, which is about a play, scene one. So let's start now. Okay, let's remember first the meaning of a play. We said that the play is a story written as acts and scenes that can be performed on a stage, of course, in front of an audience. Okay, so this is the meaning of a play. Now, why are the students writing a play? The students are writing a play to perform it at the Founders Day talent show in their schools. The main idea here that the group of students uh, are assigned the task of writing a play about the Riverside's history. Now, two students have written scene two. Here we have Jasmine and Mitch. Jasmine has written a serious historical drama, while Mitch has written a comical version of one of the town's founding fathers, showing that he was dishonest and he used internet articles to write his own version. Now here the students argue which scene to use until Angie helps them express their opinions, allowing them to keep both scenes and add a third funny scene. This was Angie's suggestion. Now Jasmine writes a serious dialogue using historical speech, such as "Bade you stay" and "of a mind" to make her scene feel historical, and Jasmine is a serious person. This is what we can conclude about Jasmine's personality. Now, Mitch says that Jasmine's scene is boring, and he writes his scene in modern day speech, and he used slang expressions and gestures such as high-fiving and other things. Now, Jasmine interrupts the scene because she does not think that high-fiving action is historically accurate or true. Now, Angie again was upset that everyone was arguing and she wanted to get their attention and make them stop. That's why she used a sharp voice. Now, Mitch wants to include a story that might not be true about how the creek, which is the small river, was dammed. He wants to include the story because it is interesting. This is what he thinks. While Jasmine is upset by the idea of reporting a story that might not be true because it cannot be proven. And she does not want to include facts that cannot be proven. Now, Jasmine wants to bring history alive. This is what she said. And she feels that Mitch's scene is untrue. Now, Mitch wants to entertain, and he feels that Jasmine's scene is boring. Kerry wants to punch Mitch because he wasn't cooperating with the team, and he feels that this cannot be teamwork. Now, Dolores, another student, has an idea that she asked the group about showing both scenes at the same time. Now, Ms. Keeler, their teacher, when she checks on the students, they told her that they are cooperating. So Angie told Ms. Keeler, we hit a snag, but we solved it. Hit a snag, of course, means to face a small problem or a minor problem. Now, Ms. Keeler says about one of the student, another student, that Hab's family are descendants, grandchildren of Riverside's earliest settlers, and she means that Hab's ancestor or grandfather, Cornelius Hapgood, was one of the first people who moved to the Riverside and built homes and started farms, and he was the first person to start a shoe store. Now, here the vocabulary of this story, we have advice, which is guidance, recommendation about an action, argument, disagreement, or a fight, arrangements, preparations, usually comes with plural arrangements. Descendants, children, or related to an ancestor. Dishonest, untruthful, or lying. A script, which is a printed or written version of a play. Snag, a minor problem or obstacle to progress. Now, let's have a look at the vocabulary exercise. We need to choose the word from the box. As you see here, script, number 1. Advice, number 2. 3, arrangements, snag, and descendants. As you see the crosswords here, following the descriptions. Okay, now here, how to draw conclusions. Drawing conclusion depend on, first, we depend on fact or detail. As you see here in this passage, we have a small passage here. We read it and we figure out the facts or the details that all will lead to a conclusion. As you see here, the fact number 1, or the detail, and number 2 and number 3, all of them lead us to this conclusion. So this is how we draw conclusion. And see number 5, what might happen if team members did jobs that were wrong for them? Of course, the team would not be effective and it couldn't complete projects. Of course, they will. This is not teamwork when people are not effective and they couldn't complete their projects. Now, see here, this is how we draw the conclusion of our story, one scene. Oh, sorry, scene 1. Supporting detail. We have 4 supporting details and they all lead us to what? To a conclusion. Now, Mitch, the first supporting detail, Mitch and Jasmine argued about who was supposed to write scene 2. Second supporting detail is what? Carrie suggests they arm wrestle for who goes first. Another supporting detail, Mitch is impolite sometimes. Another supporting detail, that Angie had to use sharp voice to settle the argument. She wanted them to calm down and to stop arguing at least. So these supporting details lead us to this to draw this conclusion that our main 6 characters, the students, of course, didn't really work well in a team while preparing for the skit on Founders Day talent show. Now, here are the words. We use the vocabulary words in meaningful sentences, as you see here. First word, advice. You should take your parents' advice. I had an argument against the new schedule. Third, he's responsible for the arrangements of the details. Next, he is a descendant of his grandfather who lived long time ago. Next, dishonest people never succeed, which is a fact. Actors must read and memorize the script before performing the scenes. As you know, script is a written play. There is a snag in the plan, which is a small problem or minor problem. Here are the questions of the story. First of all, what kind of a person is Carrie? Why does he act the way he does? Draw conclusion. Let's draw conclusion about what Carrie did. We can conclude that Carrie is a person who likes to organize others, and he is silly sometimes, but this shows that he is responsible, but he likes to have fun. So the conclusion is what? He is responsible, but he likes to have fun sometimes. Number 2, why does Carrie punch Mitch? Because Mitch isn't cooperating with the team and he doesn't want Ms. Keeler to notice this. Of course, Carrie doesn't want Ms. Keeler to notice that they are not working together. Now the critical thinking questions. Number 1, why do you think many people are interested in events in the past? that took place in their town. We have a lot of options or a lot of possible answers, but we can say people want to compare events from the past with the present, or we can say people like to feel they are continuing a proud history where they live. Number two, why do you think authors have Jasmine always checking everyone's facts? We can conclude that about Jasmine's personality, that the author wants to show something about Jasmine's character. Her personality makes her careful about writing the facts to be correct. She always wants only proven and truthful facts, and she refuses another. Okay, so this is everything before the test. Get ready, and don't worry, everything is going to be good. And this is everything. Thank you very much, and bye.